I'm Andrew Work from the Self-Storage Association Asia, and today we're talking to Miles Davison, who is the CEO of Storeganise. Hey Miles, great to have you with us here today. Let's get into it. First up, when you sit down with a customer to talk about implementing a software solution, how do you translate their strategy into a customer journey so they can make sure that the customers are having the experience that they want their customers to have when they get online?
Well, the first thing is always sitting down, listening to what the customer needs, right? Understanding what are their challenges, what are the processes that they're finding challenging that they need to overcome, what are their goals for the business and in terms of that whole customer experience. So then we kind of break that down and see how we can help them out. And one of the core elements, as you mentioned, one of the new things that we're launching is our new customer portal, and that really comes into play. So tying something in that's rebranded to their brand that kind of has a seamless experience from the website into the customer booking flow, into the client being able to log in, view their units, upsell them on products and different bookings in different facilities, profile information, billing, and so on. So all of that comes together in the new customer portal that we're offering.
How is it different from the old one? What new features have you brought in to this version of the software?
We've always had the customer booking element, but what we wanted to do was really rethink that customer journey and the user experience. So we spent a lot of time over the last few months going through every detail in that process. So when the customer comes onto the platform, how do they view the information for the different sites? What's the most important information? How do we present that nice and clear, so that we think also about the conversion aspect. So obviously everything needs to be mobile responsive, mobile first, so that it'll work on any device, but really is catered primarily to mobile first platforms. And then guiding the customer through that funnel so that it's really easy to find that information and then go through the booking flow, and within just a few steps automatically book, pay for, e-sign for their units, and be able to move in instantly.
The customer journey is really important. But what's also important for operators is making sure that any new software that they bring in integrates with any software that they have in place. Can you talk a little bit about how this integrates with other software that might be in play in an operator's business?
I mean, our mantra has always been that we want to be a very open platform. So we have obviously a number of pre-built integrations, try and be as feature-rich as possible within the context of what we provide. But we understand also that different companies are experts in different components, right? So if you've got your own accounting software and so on, being able to integrate those is really important, as you mentioned. So we have an open API that allows for custom integrations for companies that need that. But we've also built in other tools. So features that allow for very developer-light ways of kind of automating tasks and flowing information between Storeganise to other systems and back. To kind of create the perfect ecosystem without having to A, spend too much money on development, and B, add too many manual tasks around that.
Can the software work with other digital marketing tools such as search engine optimization?
The information that you can gather from your website in terms of your search engine marketing and social media marketing and how that converts, a lot of people are doing that, but then how does that journey continue through the booking process? And so we've integrated in with Google Analytics, Google Tag Manager, Segment, and Facebook Pixel ID, so that you can have all of these different metrics to track the journey. And with tools like Google Tag Manager and Segment, actually you can do a lot of deep data analytics in terms of more specific parts of the customer behavior. Where are they interacting with the platform? What's maybe pushing them out of the funnel, what's pushing them through the funnel, allowing them to tweak, and not only our customers, but also us to be able to continue to evolve the platform to make it as user-friendly as possible, and to continue to think about improving that customer journey through the flow.
Data analytics are really important now. How does this new product help managers and senior executives to organize data so they understand what's happening in their business?
A lot of what we look at from our management portal is around automation. So a few different aspects come into this. The user interface and the user experience of our management portal is also very important. So trying to be very feature rich, but an intuitive platform that makes it easy for people to pick up newcomers to the business to get started, to be able to understand the flow of processing move-ins, move-outs, following up with customers, and providing the right level of access for those different employees to use the system. And then for management to have a really good insight is obviously critical. So we have really deep data analytics and interactive analytics that can drive that. But another key component that we've been putting a lot of effort in recently is the automation tools. So allowing companies to have the option, and so they can choose how they want to do this, what parts of the flow they want to automate. So if they want to have fully unmanned facilities, they can then automate the move-in process fully for that site, and then allow a really hands-off experience both for the customer, and allowing also the management to be able to manage multiple businesses with little manpower and remotely. So again, that comes into that mobile first that I was talking about. That component comes into what we do on the management portal as well. So everything that we provide to our customers, the operators, they can run on any device as well. So if they're in one facility and they got to move in another facility and questions are coming up with that, they can just log in, process that, manage the payments, follow up with the customer, at any time.
That's great for managers that are super data hungry, want to get the data, they want to slice and dice it in many different ways. But some managers just want to focus on a few important metrics. Can you simplify the data? And if so, what data would you recommend that they look at?
Yes, one of the things that's important is to be able to provide, the deep analytics that are really important, particularly those that are, portfolio managers that need to kind of get into the details. So one of the things that we offer in that is the ability to, we can do custom dashboards for different companies that have very specific requirements for different investors, and B, the ability to kind of, pick the different types of sites or the different data that they want to get. So if I want to get a whole portfolio overview, I can get that, or if I want to just look at my building or my facilities within the Northeast or the Northwest, you can kind of break down that data. The other thing is that, the local site managers don't need all that data, right? And it kind of probably distracts them a little bit from managing the day-to-day. So we then have on the site level a more broken down, focused view of what it really drives, their business needs.
What is new and unique in this software, different from anybody else in the market?
One of the things that I've touched on this, quite a bit in terms of the customer experience and being able to allow customer booking. So one of the things that we have out of the box, we have the customer portal that can be added onto a website within 2-3 minutes, right? So you're ready to go with online bookings, contactless, fully automated bookings within minutes. So I think that's one of the big things. And on top of that, it's really customized to companies operating in any country. Right, so we have clients in over 25 countries across, pretty much every continent, operating in, I think, over 15, 16 languages now. And also being a company ourselves, we are fully remote, globally distributed, all employees, right? So that brings different aspects, different perspectives, and different languages within our team that's played into how we develop our software. So, not only the ability to provide the software in different languages to our operators, but for them to be able to provide that platform to their customers, accounting conventions, tax rates, currency codes, integrations with gateways that operate in different countries, all of those come together to be able to provide a software that works seamlessly across any jurisdiction.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Miles. That's great. Today, here at the Self Storage Association Asia, we've been talking to Miles Davison, the CEO of Storeganise. And I'm Andrew Work.